I'm dating my sister's clone. My twin sister, I'm a guy, was always my best friend in the entire world. I loved her, she was far and away the person I was closest to in my family. Don't really talk to my parents, we did everything together and understood each other completely. She died. Sorry, I know I kind of dropped that out of nowhere, but it hit me and all of us out of nowhere. Major car accident in November. I sank into depression with no signs of climbing out, for months on end, until I met my GF. I pretty much withdrew from all my other friendships. I met a girl at school after going back to college in January. She was the spitting image of my sister. I genuinely rear-ended someone when I first saw her because I thought it was my twin. It wasn't, but even close up I could barely tell the difference. It got weirder. This girl doesn't just look like my sister. She sounds like her. Their voices have similar pitches and inflections. They have a similar dress sense, and share almost every personality quirk. From the same sense of humor to the same values and politics, to similar hobbies and flaws. I swear to God, I thought I was in the Twilight Zone, because they literally have the same name. I'm not going to say what it is for privacy reasons, but for simplicity I'll call her Rose. It's the same name as my twin sister. I was freaking the hell out. But I made the effort to see more of her, because I knew I couldn't let her just vanish back into the crowd. Here's where it gets awkward. She kind of perceived my interest as wanting to date her, something she decided was just fine with her. I was 3 dates in before it hit me that from her perspective, we were seeing each other. So I broke down and explained the situation. It's possible that she's just a little bit fucked up, but if so, I am too, because she didn't think it was weird at all. She didn't mind. She even made a deal with me, that for every story I told her about Rose, she would go on another date with me. So I kept seeing her and recounting anecdotes, and as she shared more of herself with me, I learned more and more about how eerily similar my dead twin is to my girlfriend. Some might say she's lying and purposefully trying to mimic Rose for her own reasons, but no, she shared more than enough of herself before I explained for me to know this is genuine. And it's fucking bizarre. Again, if you held up a picture of both of them, it's gotten to the point where I'm not sure I could tell them apart. They really are almost completely physically identical. It's a bit easier to tell their voices apart but not by much. Reddit. I'm losing my fucking mind. Because I've been dating this girl for 3 months now and I've pretty much slipped into a sweet dream that I don't want to wake up from, because I don't want to face reality. It is far too easy for me to forget that my sister is dead, that I'm not spending time with her every day. I've genuinely forgotten that before. And Rose does not mind. She told me it's okay if I get her and my sister confused. I'm well aware of how fucked up and unhealthy this is. It's exactly why I haven't told anyone from home, anyone who knew Rose, about it. Because let me be clear, my sister and I never had any sort of weirdness between us. At no point did the idea of her in that way ever cross my mind, not for a second. She was my best friend, my sister. But now, I have the opportunity to essentially have my sister back, so long as I can stomach our bond shifting to a romantic one. Turns out, I can stomach it. I didn't expect that. But it's getting easier. There's no future here. This is messed up and bad for me, and I know it. Rose isn't my twin is dead, and even if she were, that wouldn't make it okay, but when I'm with my girlfriend I can forget. She plays into this too. Sometimes she'll say or do little things that kind of feed the illusion. If I thoughtlessly reference events she wasn't there for, she'll play along. She never corrects me or snaps me out of it if she's noticed that I'm confusing her and my sister. Yes, we have sex. Don't get me started on how much that aspect of things confuses me even further. Because as of this point, it really is like I've fallen in love with my sister, except she isn't my sister. God, it's so fucked.